If a man skips breakfast, he will have more energy, burn fat, and have less cravings throughout the day. If a woman skips breakfast, her cortisol spikes, her hormones get messed up, and fat loss becomes harder. If a man drinks coffee when he wakes up, he feels energized. If a woman drinks coffee in the morning with no food in her system, her nervous system goes into shock and her body holds on to calories for energy. Try to get a whole balanced meal with fats, carbs, and protein in the morning before shocking your system with caffeine. And ladies, stop following what works for men. Our bodies are different.
All right, let's break it down. I don't think that you're shocking your body when you drink coffee on an empty stomach. And as a dietitian and diabetes educator that's been doing this for a decade and has looked at blood sugar data, yes, I want you to know that when you drink coffee on an empty stomach, it's likely going to spike your blood sugar. But that's not always a bad thing. What I worry about with women is when they choose to drink coffee on an empty stomach and skip breakfast, they have that stimulant in their system, it decreases their appetite, and they don't think they need breakfast. Subconsciously, because your body does need energy and it does need more than black coffee, you build up a little bit of a diet debt and caloric restriction that's too extreme throughout the day. So by the time you hit lunch, you feel walls off with food. And then when dinner comes, you feel out of control and you wonder why you're raiding your pantry at night. And it's because you're just not eating routinely. So even before we get to hormone testing, which sure could be a problem and cortisol dysregulation could be an issue, you just need to eat your daily calories in a regular, regulated way every 3.5 to 5 hours at a good cadence that keeps you from binging at night. Start there. So her advice of eating balanced meals is tried and true, but it doesn't have to be stringent. There are days, honestly, where as a busy mom, I may skip breakfast and just drink some coffee, but I'm so careful to listen to my body and follow it up with a later brunch or a later breakfast. I'm not going to ever fully skip a meal because frankly, I'm not gonna be able to hit my protein and my fiber goals by the end of the day if I do that. I just wanna be strategic. Be smart with your calories, be smart with your fueling, but it's not that you're shocking your system. You could go without that breakfast before you work out in the morning, but frankly, all the research shows that skipping meals over and over again chronically leads to bad food behavior and not a good relationship with food, which is usually the sustainable piece to have a healthy, balanced weight, lifestyle, and overall health. What I found over the decades is that most of my patients skip breakfast and then they feel out of control and crazy with food later in the day. So if that's you, yes, do me a favor and eat breakfast. But if you need to sneak in a little workout beforehand, don't freak out. You'll be fine. You're not shocking your system or ruining your hormones in the process.